everyone, welcome back. This is video 2 of a 3-part series on how to create boundaries to increase your productivity and joy. If you didn't get a chance to watch last week, I invite you to go back and watch last week's video where we talked about step 1, which is having clarity about creating the type of business you want to create. So what is step 2? Step 2 is being intentional about that. So you know what you want to create, you know what you want to build, you know how you want to operate. How do we start being intentional? Well, there's a couple different elements to that. The first one is managing expectations. I am a big believer in managing expectations not only of your family, your clients, your employees, but you. We put so much pressure on ourselves in today's world to manage expectations of ourselves. You know, for instance, I used to work in a brick and mortar bakery that I owned, and I would go to work 3 days a week. And when I was at work, my family knew I was at work, and when I was home, I was home. Well, today, I work in my home office 4 days a week, and my family was constantly coming in and out of my office because they were used to me being home and available in the old world, right? So I had to manage expectations. I had to say, hey, you know what? I am working during these hours. If my office doors are closed, could you please not bombard me? How many times do we just think people know what we want? So managing those expectations is key to creating boundaries. How about when you onboard a client or onboard an employee? You know, by sharing when they can get a hold of you, how they can get a hold of you, what to expect is going to make everything a lot smoother, and you're not going to get all those interruptions. The other piece of creating boundaries, the second step of being intentional, is your schedule. Are you blocking out time for you? You know, look at next week. Block out what's important to you personally. Is it working out, time to walk the dog, conversation, date night, whatever it is? Block that out first, and then start to build your schedule around what's important to your business. Are there certain things you need to get that needs to get done? Block that time out. Be intentional with your schedule. And that means having to say no to some people. And I'm here to tell you saying no is not easy. So what I like to say is say your best yes. You don't have to go on every coffee networking date out there. Think about who you should be meeting with, who you should be networking with, and say your best yes instead of saying no. And then the third piece of being intentional to create boundaries is the curse of the busyness. Holy cow, can we get caught up in that? Emails. Do you know that the most productive people say they only check their email 3 times a day? Can you do that? Or how about your phones? You know, I'm in a mastermind group with a bunch of women entrepreneurs, and we committed to 1 day a week unplugging from social media. That can be hard to do with our phones. So what I did is I moved my social media to screen number 2 so it's not right there. I have to be intentional about staying off social media a little bit, and my phone's being a detractor from that. And the other thing about our phones is the do not disturb function. Use it. You know, it's amazing how when you send a text to somebody and you get one back that says, hey, I'm driving, I can't answer. We get all excited. We high five them like, oh, way to go. I'm so glad you're not texting and driving. Well, why don't we do that for people who say they've silenced their notifications? So look at the curse of the busyness. What is causing you to get wrapped up in that so then it's invading your boundaries? So last week I talked about clarity, creating the business you want, and the lifestyle that you want, how you want to operate. This week I'm giving you tips on how to be intentional with it, with your schedule, your social media, your busyness, and expectations. Join me next week for the third piece of how to create boundaries for your lifestyle. Creating boundaries will help you be more productive. It'll help you show up better for people, and it'll help you avoid burnout. Burnout is real. 1 out of 2 Americans right now say they're experiencing burnout. So if you feel like that could be you, I really encourage you to get some help, reach out to somebody, talk to somebody, because it's real, it's happening. We've had a rough couple of years. It's okay to say, hey, you know what, I'm feeling a little burned out. And also, what can I do? I help small business owners. I help existing business owners grow smarter by systems and strategies. I help them grow faster by uncovering those hidden sales opportunities and leveraging your local network. And I help you grow freer by creating boundaries, by aligning your lifestyle to fit your business, and also growing a team that's going to help you do that. If I can help you do any of that, please reach out. Let's have a conversation. But in the meantime, I'm going to encourage you to start this process of creating boundaries. It's going to make you more productive and better off for it.